What is happening, guys? Welcome to another tech video. This is Gilly Gill's Holiday Tech Guide 2018.
Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas.
Okay, so we all know what GoPros are. I'm pretty sure everyone uses a GoPro. Having the right mount to use your GoPro with is critical, right? So I picked up this dummy mount that we actually used in Hawaii. While you're surfing or doing anything, skateboarding, where like you kind of really have to focus on what you're doing, but you don't have the attention to give to where your camera's pointed. This is gonna help you get some really cool footage. It's basically just a mouthpiece. You just start in your mouth, and then you mount your GoPro right here to the teeth. And then wherever your head looks, that's where you're gonna get the shot, is where your head looks. You probably wanna wipe it off when you're done, because got spit on it. The dummy mount is super cool. It comes in at $17.99. Link is in the description. And everything we go through in this video, I'll leave links down below so that you guys can navigate to it and find it real easy. Okay, another GoPro accessory, the really cool GoPro Dome that is made by Polar Pro. It's actually called a 50-50. You may have seen the shot that one of my favorite shots that I got with this came from Hawaii. This shot right here is one of my favorites. We captured it right outside of our hotel, and I was just underwater at the perfect moment. And you can see why it's called a 50-50, because it splits the water line really nice so you can see below the water and above it. This really works well when the water is crystal clear, and your underwater subject should be closer to the dome than obviously the background. The Polar Pro comes in at about $49.99. This will get you some really incredible looking photos and video. Next up is the lens ball. So I picked up the lens ball because I wanted to take some really unique looking photographs, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a glass ball. If you're gonna take photos through it, it makes a really wild looking image. I haven't had a lot of time to mess around with this and get something great, but this is one of the shots that I've taken with it, and it only took me a minute to kind of figure out. Hand holding it didn't really give me what I wanted, so I just set it on the ground and shot from a really low angle. Now you can purchase a additional little stand for it. It's just a little rubber, kind of like a suction cup. You can mount this on any tripod to help you get a better shot. Like say if you want to do a long exposure or something, you can set it on a tripod like that. It's not gonna fall over. Actually, you could probably. This particular lens ball is the Lens Ball Pro. There's two versions. This one is the bigger one, and this one will cost you 45 bucks plus tax, and the stand is 10 bucks when they're in stock. Okay, next up is one of my most used little pieces of gear. This thing is, I can't tell you how often I actually carry this thing with me. This is the Manfrotto Pixie. It is a tiny little tabletop tripod. And this is perfect for vloggers. This not only gives you a nice handle to hold while you're trying to film, it also extends the reach of your camera angle just a little bit. And then say you want to do some Casey Neistat style set down shots, just opens up to a tripod, set it down, and then talk to camera, do your thing. This is the first generation one. I honestly like it a lot better than the second gen, and if you're using like just a small consumer point and shoot, this is perfect. It'll handle the weight, super cool, and this guy will only cost you about 20 bucks. All right, so next up, this one comes from my friends at Aperture, and Aperture is well known for their lights. We're currently using the Tri-8s to light this video, but if you need just an accent light, just a little guy, just something to shine some light on your situation. That was good, that was good. The M9 is a pocket powerhouse. It is super duper bright, and it gets even brighter. That was low, oh my. Let's say you need a light to put on top of your camera if you're gonna be in a dark situation, or if you just wanna set this down somewhere and use it as an accent light. The M9 is really nice. It's got an internal battery. It'll last you at least a half an hour at full brightness. It comes with a hot shoe mount adapter that you can use to put this on top of your camera, or just set it somewhere as an accent light. This thing will only cost you about 45 bucks, but it's a really good deal. Okay, so let's say you're out in the field and your storage is full, but you don't have any more SD cards with you or a computer. This is the Gnar Box. This is their first generation Gnar Box. It's a hard drive, but you can plug your SD cards right into it and offload your footage directly to this hard drive using their app. If you have no other option and you need to clear some storage space, the Gnar Box is the way to go. The cool thing about Gnar Box is that you can actually use the app to edit footage that you have already put in here. Now, I will say, I haven't had a really great experience editing footage in here. My edits are usually a little bit more robust than I can get from the app. So yeah, the option is there. You can store files on the go, you can edit videos, simple videos, and then upload them straight to your social media without having a computer. That alone is really, really cool. This is the first generation one. They do have a second gen that is way, way cooler and a lot more features. This 256 gig one will cost you about $299. So let's say you do have some SD cards and you've got a lot of them, you need to find a way to keep them in order. I can't tell you how many SD cards over the years I have just up and lost because they're little tiny things, like, especially for the drones and the GoPros, you're using micro SD cards and like, they're tiny. So having something like this little Pelican SD card wallet will help you keep everything in order. There's slots for standard SD cards and micro SD, your SD card adapters. And the great thing about the Pelican stuff is it's crush proof, it's waterproof. You know your stuff's gonna be safe in here. So this guy is only gonna set you back 20 bucks. So this one's for my photographers out there. So you've been on the field shooting some portraits, like literally in the middle of a field, and you don't have anywhere to set your camera down. You're trying to, help coordinate the poses, and it sucks to put your camera down in the dirt. Keeping your camera off the ground is super duper important. And that's why I recommend this Black Rapid. This is a camera sling. Basically, this thing goes over your one shoulder and hangs across your body so that the camera is always attached to you. And the nice thing about it is it has this quick release clip on the end of it. Just screw this little plug into the 1/4-20 tripod mount on the bottom of your camera, and then you just clip it in. The reason I like this one so much is because the D-ring will slide right up the strap to wherever you put these stop markers, and it won't get bunched up. It's really free. So it doesn't like impede your movement. You can just bring your camera up, get the shot, and then throw it down to your side when you're ready to move on. This one will cost you about 55 bucks. And I saved the best for last, honestly. This is the newest camera that I've gotten a hold of. And I gotta say, this camera is really, really something special. This is the Insta360 One X. It's a 360 camera, but don't be fooled. 360 cameras traditionally have kind of turned me off because once you export the quality, it just really isn't there. Insta360 has done something really special with the way that you edit the footage that comes off of these cameras. For instance, this has a 5.7K sensor and it's capturing everything around you the moment you hit record. So you can export a 360 video, or you can choose the framing and you can change the aspect ratio, whether it's a vertical 9:16 or a traditional 16:9. You can square it up for Instagram. It's just so versatile and you can catch some really cool looking shots with it, like this. This is digitally stabilizing your footage, and I'm telling you what, it looks like it is on a gimbal, and you can be just running full speed and it's so smooth. Right out of the box, I don't believe this is waterproof, but they do sell waterproof housings. There's an invisible selfie stick. They do have removable batteries, so you can just pack up a few batteries, shoot with this thing all day long. You're gonna get some really, really good looking stuff with this. And this is my top pick for coolest gadgets of 2018. The Insta360 One X is something that you should definitely have with you. So there you have it, guys. That is my top recommended gifts for someone in your life who is a photographer, filmmaker. Again, everything we went over will be linked down in the description. I hope you guys are having an excellent holiday season. And yeah, that's where we're gonna leave you on this one. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe with notifications on, and I will see you right back here next time.